So in this video I'm going to talk about the main difference between agnostic atheists and Gnostic atheists, and hopefully point out why Gnostic atheism is just as illogical as Gnostic theism. Gnostic atheism is a position in which one is certain that God does not exist. Gnostic, of course, comes from the Greek word gnostos, meaning knowledge. An agnostic atheist, like myself, is someone who simply claims to have no knowledge to assert that God is or is not real. There are two main premises that Gnostic and agnostic atheists disagree on. The first premise is that mere existence is not evidence or proof of a God's actual existence. The second premise is that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. The concept of a God, an omniscient, omnipresent deity, exists outside of the current level of human cognition. But this isn't just a temporary obstacle to overcome. I don't believe that humans with our finite limitations of cognitive and logical reasoning will ever be able to fully comprehend an infinite God. Demonstrable proof of the existence or non-existence of God is contingent on human understanding of the concept. I and many other agnostic atheists assert that whether or not God truly exists is irrelevant, as there would be no way to logically prove or disprove its existence, at least not in a way that a finite human mind could understand it. Agnostic and Gnostic atheists differ a little bit in the burden of proof. The burden of proof is always on the person who is making the assertion, never on the one who is opposing the assertion. The logical fallacy of shifting the burden of proof to the one denying the claim is called argumentum ad ignorantium. And herein lies the main difference between agnostic and Gnostic atheists. It is illogical to prove a negative claim. The only way to prove that God does not absolutely exist would be to possess both omnipotence and omnipresence, both of which are not possible within the limitations of the human body and the human mind. Perhaps some Gnostic atheists believe that one day they will have enough knowledge to prove the non-existence of God, but as of right now, they're claiming to have knowledge that they just don't have. And this is why Gnostic atheists are just as illogical as Gnostic theists. It is almost impossible to prove any negative claim at all. Obviously, if we're talking about finite situations and finite circumstances, then it's absolutely possible to prove a negative statement. If there are 6 desks in front of me and I make a statement that I have proof that there are no apples in any of those 6 desks, I would have to open all 6 of those desks and inspect what's inside in order to prove that there are absolutely no apples in any of those desks. But applying this to an infinite concept such as the existence of God or aliens, well, that requires an amount of knowledge that is impossible for a human to have. Okay, so I hope my video seemed a little bit structured. I was kind of bouncing around topics a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to discuss the main differences between the agnostic atheists, the Gnostic atheists, and talk about why agnostic atheism is illogical. If you guys disagree with me, or if you agree, I'd like to hear why. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.